I for being 2 minutes 34 seconds late. I was following the Whip's today's list, which said 4:15. So thank goodness I came early. Anyway, my apologies for being late. Reading these targets, I really believe that absolutely nobody in the government understands the ocean. The ocean is so crucial to our well-being, and these targets are utterly insufficient. The Ocean APPG report from last year, which I do recommend to the Minister and to all his colleagues, it has some excellent advice in here. Conservative chair to the APPG, a really good report which gives masses of recommendations that the government could take. And I really hope that perhaps the Minister's read it already and his team has absorbed it, and that would be wonderful. But looking at these targets, I rather think they haven't. Now, if this government is going to refuse to stop or even slow down our use of fossil fuels, the ocean and the marine protected areas are absolutely crucial, because they are, as we all know, a carbon sink that we simply couldn't do without. And it's always fine to talk about techno fixes, but let's face it, they don't exist yet. This is all, you know, it's wonderful and it's going to be great when they happen, but they are, at the moment, science fiction. And all marine ecosystems are valuable, but for example, seagrass is a wonderful gobbler up of carbon, and we have depleted our areas of seagrass because of pollution and all sorts of other factors. However, our link briefing points out that there's no central driver towards such marine habits and insufficient monitoring anyway. And this goes against the Joint Fisheries Statement and the Marine Spatial Prioritisation Programme, which both talk about protecting and restoring habitats that store blue carbon. And this includes seagrasses and mangroves, salt marshes, even algae and macroalgae. And I'd like to thank Claire Evans of the National Oceanography Centre, who helpfully pointed out that there's a legislative target that is not being met as well. As a signatory to the Convention on Biological Diversity, the UK has failed to reach its target of restoring at least 15% of degraded ecosystems by 2020. This was adopted by the UK as part of Target 2 of the EU's biodiversity strategy, and lack of progress is most pronounced in the marine and coastal environment, where habitat degradation continues and the restoration remains in its relative infancy. So I really would recommend that the government has a look at not only this report from the APPG on the ocean, but also perhaps talk to the scientists, because they can, I think, probably direct the government in the best way to do exactly what the government says it wants to do.